Engaging quadruped mode. Reversed a complicated evolutionary process right before your eyes. You should be amazed to see such a thing.
Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to the Brony Show, episode 528. I am your host here to bring you the Brony community and the con scene of last week, really. But for this week, anyway, for last week of this week, I am Circuit Main. Of course, I am not here by myself. I'm joined by a wonderful group of panelists. We are joined once again by Deathlight Productions.
Hi.
DM21.
Heyo.
Tech Stallion.
Would be nice to be back on the convention scene if I had the money.
Toakoi.
I got cosplay stuff, and CMC knows about it.
And of course, from the Otaku Ascended, Suki.
Yep.
And as mentioned, we are here to bring you the Brony community for this week, and I have freshly returned over a week ago from BabsCon, which had their 2023 event. And this time around, I had a little bit more of an adventure and a dumb idea, but I will be getting into that in a little bit. Let's just say that this is going to be quite an interesting recap altogether, but I am ready to talk about all of the fun that happened at BabsCon, along with some of the regrets. But yeah, we'll get into that in a little bit here. Of course, the first thing we need to do is what we like to do the most is warm up our vocal cords, talk a little bit about our daily lives, and just get on our little soapbox for a moment so everybody feels valued and welcome if they feel the need. We of course do that with a little bit of wub. So I ask all of you once again, what's up, bronies?
I'm just dealing with life. People didn't listen to me when I said I need to get stuff done yesterday, and I had to stay an extra 2 hours because people don't listen.
That's a job.
And they tried to call me in again, and I said no.
That sounds like a job.
It's a job.
Speaking of job, in my case, I've been studying up for the Server Plus certification. I've pretty much finished all of the training courses that they had, so next step is do some practice tests until I feel ready. And I feel like I've retained almost nothing in those study courses. It's just like, no, I don't remember any of this. What have I been doing the last 3 weeks of my life? But yeah,
slowly suffering because people are dealing with stuff.
Something like that. Any case, I should hopefully be get my footing with the practice test this week, and either the end of this week or beginning of next, I'm hoping to get the certification down and done. And if I can get that certification, I'm going to be able to get on a better path. I'm sure of it. So I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm anxious. A little gassy. I blame the.
You got this.
Well, I also blame the General Tso's chicken I ate yesterday. That was probably a bad idea on my part.
Dude, you need to stop doing the cheap food.
No, well, yeah, yes, but no. If I'm smart, the cheap food actually is rather cost effective, and I can do a lot with it. This was just a 1 in a million bad case. It wasn't exactly food poisoned, but it wasn't. I think it was just on its way out, and yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone. So no worries, I'm perfectly healthy. Of course, the fun thing is, in a few days, I'm also going to finally have my carport what's left of my carport looked at by an assessor who's going to a repair assessor who's going to give me an idea of what it's going to look like to repair the whole thing, including the siding. So yeah, Wednesday is going to be real fun for me. But well, I'll leave that alone until next week to actually talk about it once it's over and done. Anybody else have any other What's Up Brony going on with them? All right. I guess everybody's had a relatively quiet couple of weeks then.
Wow, that's surprising.
Relatively.
Relative.
I finally got all the stuff together so I can start welding, and of course I'm sick now, so that figures.
Yeah, I heard about that. Sorry to hear that the sick monster decided to hit you.
And still decided to go out and do some stuff today. Pulled a 9-hour shift, and I pretty much did a huge endurance thing. So did a lot of stuff that involved my core. I am very sore now.
Wow, sick and sore. Just can't seem to win with that combination, can ya?
Well, the thing is, like, I felt so sick this morning, then I started actually moving and working and sweating, and I felt great all throughout the day. And then as soon as I got home, started cooling off. That's when I started feeling sick again. It's like, okay.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
In fairness, even with me getting back to my normal work thing, I got like hamstring cramps this morning, so I feel.
Ow.
Oh, I normally work through them. I actually do try to curl up so that the back of my hamstrings are actually touching my thighs, so I can at least try and relieve tension.
Yeah.
It still hits like a son of a dick.
Alright. Well, anyway, I'd say, anybody else have any other What's Up Brony going on, or should we go ahead and jump right into the news?
I say music.
I'd say that's a good news excuse. All right, let's go ahead and get started with the news here. Of course, at the start of the news, we talk about the pony conventions that are coming up, because they're not dying. If anything, they keep coming, and there's even more on the way.
And the hits don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming.
Oh, I also realized something involving August. Because after Everfree, there's the Rave of the House of Bells, and then Ponies Online.
Well, we're not going to worry too much about that.
Yeah.
We're not going to worry too much about that because that's several months away. Instead, we're going to look into what is coming up at the end of this month, which is Everfree Encore and Griffish Isles. Everfree Encore being in Germany and is set to be a concert, and Griffish Isles being a full-blown convention over in Manchester, England. Of course, both of them sound really exciting, but the one that I was seeing advertised quite a lot at BabsCon was Epona Fest, which is going to be in Milan, Italy. In fact, it's the first time a convention is going to be in Italy, if I understood correctly. So that is actually quite exciting. That is really exciting, in fact. I just wish I had the funds to attend it, but alas.
You could have made a good holiday out of it.
You could have, but maybe another time. Hopefully there's another time. But one that is coming out here in the U.S., which I'm still not going to be able to attend, but it's the next one over for the U.S., is Windy City PonyCon, which I will always highly recommend because the owner is an awesome guy, and I've heard great things about it. I just haven't been able to attend because, again, finances, time, and I already go to his other one, which is Cider Fest, which that's one of my crown jewels of
Also,
cons.
TrotCon's not too far behind.
TrotCon's definitely not too far behind either, but it's enough of a distance away. I'm not going to start poking about it until later.
Oh, you can see the two things I mentioned earlier.
I could, but I won't. Anyway, instead we're gonna go ahead and move on to to more news here. In fact, speaking of conventions,
By the way, Discord.
yes, the Discord. Thank you. And just in time for me to find the next step here. Of course, speaking of conventions, Everfree Northwest has announced all of the rest of their VIPs that are coming for 2023. Boy, is it a G5 star-studded cast. We, of course, are dealing with Joshua Graham, who is now voicing Sprout, Jenna Warren, who is voicing Sunny, Amanda Martinez, who is voicing the Queen, Athena, who is voicing the other Queen, Balia, which is voting Best Evil but not quite evil mayor, and Anasani, who is voicing that one weird one that is probably on a lot of sugar. And of course we have the comic artist Tony Fleeks, writer Jeremy Whitley, and Bill Newton, who is known for his voice of Tiddlywinks. Tiddlywinks.
Pony
It's
of Shadows and Stygian.
Stygian. It's not Tiddlywinks. It's Stygian. But yes, quite the star-studded cast. In all honesty, I was half expecting to suddenly see Pip, Zip, and Hitch suddenly popping in there, which would have been amazing. That would have been freaking amazing. Though I do gotta I will give credit. This is quite the cast, and I am sure a lot of people are going to want Misty's autograph there. I hope
We might want to have the stick ready. You know the stick.
Maybe. I'll leave it to them. That's their problem. Just behave if you go. Of course, a reminder that we do have pony history in the show notes. There's a lot of it this time around. However, we're also a week behind, so I didn't get the previous week of pony history in there, so you may have to dig it up a little bit. I do recommend checking it out. I don't remember anything particularly massive to talk about, but it had a lot of good little bits and bobs here and there, so I do recommend checking it out anyway. See if you get a little taste of pony history, or maybe find something you didn't know about.
Well, given all our silliness, it's amazing we even said, you know what, let's write all this down.
Well, it's not our silliness that we have to worry about. Anyway, speaking of silliness, of course, Them's Fightin' Herds has released their latest character, and of course we got to talk about it because of the history, of some of you already know. But
Also,
yes, Strong
I
Hoof,
going...
the ice Bjorn reindeer. In other words, he's gonna kick your ass and look good doing it.
Basically, Green Lantern, but instead of light, it's ice.
So, Chill Lantern.
Yep.
Yeah, why not?
Also, I think earlier, Lauren did show, like, character designs.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But honestly, I thought this was an awesome little showcase, and I'm half wondering when we're going to start seeing people going to the conventions cosplaying as Them's Fightin' Her characters. Which, honestly...
There's already been some, but, you know...
It's a little more prevalent.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's really... let's see. But yeah, in all honesty, though, it's really awesome. I'm really happy to see it. That's a face. Yeah, right there, right. Oh, that right there. Dang it! I can't pause it. Can't pause. There we go. That's a face right there.
The Liquid Pride.
We'll go with that.
The upper
Liquid
lip
Pride.
action.
Yeah, get the upper lip action and everything. Just he knows what he's all about. But yes, as Toa also mentioned, the concept art for Strong Hoof was also shown off by Lauren Faust. So yeah, that's kind of cool that you can even see the concept art of how he was made. Anyway, that's enough of Tell Your Tale. Let's talk about another video game. In this case...
Tell Your Tale, second, are you drunk?
Yes. Man, no... Okay, that's enough of them fighting. There's so many names now. I honestly need notes for my notes. I'm not kidding. You try doing this off the cuff. See how well you do after several years. Anyway.
You do realize I've been your panelist for several years now, and I still do off-the-cuff things.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and move on here. So, yes, the G4 My Little Pony pinball table. Some of you may remember it from last year when I did a demo of it on the Epic Games. Steam has it now. So, if you did not want to touch the Epic Games at all in any way and you still want to play Pony Pinball, now you can get it on Steam. How awesome is that?
You know what? That is kind of awesome.
And it's just $5.49.
And relatively cheap.
At the cost of a single cosmetic outfit in a video game, you too can have a cosmetic outfit in a video game of an entire pinball table themed around My Little Pony.
The price of buying a bag of chips. You can buy this instead.
And then lament over the fact that a bag of chips costs over $5 now.
Yes.
Because what the hell? Anyway, but no, in all honesty, though, I do highly, did I mention how high I am? Highly recommend that you check out this pinball table. It is absolutely a lot of fun. I've been wanting to get back to it.
You highly recommend so much you're high?
Mm-hmm. I couldn't get much higher in the highs. Alright, anyway, let's go ahead and move on here. Speaking of other video games, there's a lot of video game news out this time. Who wants Maritime Bay Adventure for Steam for $10? You're supposed to say me.
Well, I think most of us do if we haven't already bought it.
You know, that's a fair assessment. But if you haven't bought it and you have $10 and you don't mind also getting a bunch of other family-friendly games, including Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, there is currently a Humble Game Bundle going on right now with a bunch of family-friendly games, and My Little Pony Maritime Bay Adventure is one of them.
By the way, I just questioned Cobra Kai and the Brawl game. Family-friendly?
It's as family-friendly as you're ever going to get with those things.
There.
But, you know what? If you really want to get into it, here we go. So, yeah, you also got Jumanji, Ben 10, Paw Patrol, Kart Racers, the second, Little League World Series, Fast and Furious. Why is Fast and Furious on there?
I know why. Because there was a Netflix show.
That does not help anything.
It was a cartoon.
It does not help anything. How do you not get this concept?
Fast and Furious is all about family. It makes sense.
Apparently, it's also it's all about family. Apparently, actually, you know what? There you go. See, he got it. It's all about family. Okay, I'm nullified. And I also got Gantosaurus. But yeah, $10 for a bunch of random games that you might be able to just play for a lull on one afternoon. And My Little Pony, which I was hoping to pick it up this weekend. I'll probably pick it up later this week. And I'm going to start learning how to speedrun it on PC. That's right. I want to speedrun My Little Pony.
Well, you already did a cameo in Little Shy's video.
I did. That was fun. That was the closest I'm ever going to have to Pony Famous. A cameo in a video.
Circuit,
Mm-hmm.
being Pony Famous is not what it's all cracked up to be.
I know I'm making good crack. I don't care. I really don't.
Damn it, we actually cared about fame when we were doing this show.
In all honesty, if I cared about being Pony Famous, I probably would have gone the route of making comics and maybe even doing like my own version of, all right, so you got Pinkie Pie here, and she's just like, it's time for me to go and meet the family, and then just some stupid crap. All right, so I'm going to piss off a bunch of people by making a bad reference.
A bad romance joke would have worked there.
No, it wouldn't. Anyway, go ahead and check it out, please. $10 for My Little Pony and a bunch of other games. Heck, I mean, you can even play All-Stars Brawl, which will be good for a weekend of fun. I mean, how often do you get to see SpongeBob beat up on, Wow, how did I forget her name? She's like the...
Helga.
Sandy?
Helga, Jenny.
Jenny. I'm talking about April. You can have
Thank you.
SpongeBob beat up April O'Neil, for crying out loud. How could you go wrong? Anyway, let's go ahead and go on to something wrong. My Little Pony comic issue 17 has started to reveal covers. Of course, it looks like it has to deal with Pip, Zip, and maybe even their mother.
Oh look, Zip has their own fangirls.
I think Zip is just like, I don't want to be famous.
Oh look, somebody's painting a cutie. Oh, I wonder if they're trying to cover it up somehow.
No. No Mark Among no more.
But honestly, the covers don't look too bad. Though, admittedly, getting a look at the faces on the second one, it's definitely a different design, that's for sure. I don't know how to describe it. It feels like that should be a meme image of some sort.
There will be.
I'm not a happy pony.
I'm not very happy anymore.
I'm not happy right now.
I'm not happy, Bob.
Oh bother.
Yes, Eeyore.
Oh, brother. Here I am again, getting my ass painted by my sister. It's not even Tuesday. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on here. So, we'll definitely talk more about that when it comes. But we still got other comics coming out. We, of course, have Generation 5 Issue 11 released. This, of course, dealing with Pip playing a horror video game and having something to do with some sort of Cthulhian thing. It actually released, and I haven't been able to pick it up yet. So, I have no idea what in the world's going on, but I am very curious about it. So, yeah.
I just want the shadow creature to be just a friend that just wants to have chips and snacks and watch movies.
I would be down for that, but I'm also remembering Flowey at the moment.
It's fine.
We don't talk about Flowey.
We don't talk about flowers, no. Okay. But, yeah, no. Anyway, yeah, what will happen with the issue? I do recommend checking it out, though, because, hey, why not? It supports the comic industry. It supports My Little Pony, and it maybe actually be a fun story. And I'm going to pick mine up either way, one way or another. I just don't know when that one way will be. Well, speaking of another.
So you're going to get it?
Well, we're going to get this. We have cover C for the 40th anniversary comic. Which honestly is really, this is kind of sweet. You get the grandma with the older the G1 generation pony, daughter with the G5. That is nice stuff. Great. There.
It is adorable.
Yeah. Apparently, there has been some information also leaked out just recently, though I haven't had a chance to check out too much of it. I believe it's going to be 100 pages long, or almost 100 pages, have 3 separate stories in the comic itself. So it's a biggin. It's a biggin.
Yeah, it is a milestone.
It is a milestone, but I've seen some people drop the milestone pretty easily. But we're not going to get into that. Instead, we're going to go ahead and move on to the last little thing that is technically not it's comic, but it's not. I'll leave this to your discretion. But we also have Detective Hitch.
I would call this a graphic novel at best.
Yeah. Anyway, Detective Hitch is trying to figure out what happened to Zip and why she's suddenly so happy. He thinks it has something to do with the weird glittery substance that is all over the ground.
She's done cocaine.
Of
Get her to the hospital.
She gone by.
We need to cook Hitch. We need to go and cook Hitch in the trailer Hitch. We need to
Okay, let's move on before we have another incident.
We can't go anywhere.
So sad it's not blue. That would have made it perfect.
Yes, it would have.
Anyway, here's the actual story, really quick. When Sunny and Izzy go missing, it's up to Detective Hitch and his detective-in-training Zip to solve the case. But there you go.
That's all that's left of them. They are the powder now. I'm sorry.
We need to go-karting, Zip. We need to go-karting. Never take your own supply. All right. So, next dumb little thing that's going on, and this was also April Fool's, so I don't know if it's still available, but we might as well talk about it a bit. And for anybody who is even still playing this game, Adventure Quest apparently had pony-themed outfits for sale, and this one was pony pirate-themed outfits. Okay, and that's always just absolute silence.
Good for them.
Yay. Cool.
Or-
I think I played that game when I was like 10.
I think I knew about that game when I was starting to learn how to do computer troubleshooting at Gateway. That job sucked the life out of me. Anyway, let's move on.
So yeah, about 20 years ago.
Actually, it might have been close to that. Well, let's not get into that. Let's get into this. Scribbler Productions YouTube channel was under attack by a stalker. And unfortunately, it also exposed a really bad problem with YouTube that at this point, I'm just waiting to see other people abuse the hell out of it. So, for clarification, apparently there was a couple of copyright strikes against Scribbler. She put up a challenge against it, saying that they're not copyright, and had to provide information in order to put up the counterclaim. And apparently, it's suspected that it was due to a really bad stalker who used that information to put a bunch of copyright claims on other videos under Scribbler's name and had her account targeted for deletion. Yeah, it's really bad stuff. Of course, there was a massive call out on Twitter which spread around really quickly, and it looks like it was enough because the next day YouTube did respond and they stopped the process of deleting the account. So Scribbler's account should be fine, but the fact that this was able to get this far is pretty messed up altogether. But I did want...
YouTube is ripe with abuse when it comes to the copyright system.
YouTube unfortunately has a ton of abuse, and it doesn't seem too gung-ho on trying to fix a lot of it, which is a big problem. But
the big thing about how YouTube works is you're guilty until proven innocent, except half the time they don't even want to look at the case.
You're guilty
until
unless
they raise enough uproar on other social media sites.
Unfortunately, it's a little bit worse than that. It's guilty until proven innocent, or you're rich.
Or you're part of the mainstream media.
Rich.
Or you're YouTube's cash cow.
But we're not gonna get into that. It's a tough situation. I'm just bringing awareness to it at the moment because I felt like it was something to be aware of. But let's go ahead and move on for now because that is it for the news. Hooray! We got through the news in a quick amount of time. How cool is that? And now we're gonna go on to the challenge of the week. Of course, this was a challenge of not a week, but 2 weeks. We had 2 weeks to do two challenges, and I didn't do mine until yesterday. I've been busy, but I was able to get it done, and a few others have. But of course, the challenge of the week is here, and our challenge of the week is clouds, as chosen by all of you. But
hello, Cole and CMC.
But we also have the protest initiative challenge.
Yes, the protest initiative challenge this week is Windows. 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 Windows.
All right, how many Windows computers are on the challenges this week?
Surprisingly, not that many.
Surprisingly little. So, for my challenge of the week, I also wanted to challenge myself, for lack of a better word, So I'm doing an outside window display of a hippogriff that, and now I keep looking at it, it hurts. I mean, I got some line art done well, but it's still, some of it hurts somehow.
Okay, second, for this type of thing, did you draw the hippogriff first, or did you draw the window?
Oh, I sure as hell drew the hippogriff first.
Okay, so good enough.
Well,
And yeah, I see what you mean by proportions, because that back leg is way too close to that arm.
ah, damn it, I know. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
practice.
I mean,
Practice.
Yeah, it's
running
not
into
bad.
a window like that. Wow.
You should feel bad.
No, he does not feel bad. He is improving.
the art is bad and you should feel bad. Okay, anyway.
That old meme.
But yes, I did drew Lumi flying past the window, happy and giddy as can be, and of course she's cutting through clouds, as you can see all over the place. Some of the proportions and things are kind of messed up, but there are some things I am proud of. The face, actually, I'm actually particularly proud of the face in some regards. It probably looked better if it wasn't for the thing there.
I have one question.
Yeah.
What's up with the eyes?
I don't know
Yeah,
either.
that is something.
I was trying to shade the eyes a little bit just to give them a little bit of coloring, and I guess it didn't look as good as I thought it did.
Okay,
Okay.
second, for some of this, see how in our icons, circles? Circles are your friend for shading.
What?
Look
And-
at the icons on the little Discord bar. See
In
how-
general, for eyes, it's not shading; it's adding the shine glares.
Yeah, maybe I should have just added the shine glares. I guess I was being a little
I
lazy.
know pretty much like all my artist friends, they just leave the eyes flat and then they just add shines and call it a day.
Heck, your own icon has it.
No,
Uh,
but
Commander,
that's-
I'm not used to seeing shades on the
It's weird.
eyes in anything.
I was just, well, shading is not exactly the right word. I was trying to make it so it wasn't just like two white circles that might get confused with what's the actual eye and what's the eye.
Giving it some life.
Yeah, basically just trying to make it stick out a little bit so you actually know what the eye is. Because there's a couple of times that I thought the cornea was actually part of the eye, or it was the eye itself and not this like outer part here. So yeah, it had some weird moments, but I did do some things that I was particularly proud of, in like the lining, the regards to the face, the mane. I'm actually slightly proud of the wings in a way. The
wings
claws
are-
were hell. You should have seen what
That's
they.
just a problem with hands in general.
Yeah, but no, the claws and hippogriffs are something else. But I did some things I was proud of, and you should have seen where the head and neck were like earlier. It was like at least 3 inches shorter.
By
So,
the
yeah.
way, would it have been bisected by that frame if you didn't move the head?
No. It was they're fully intact. The frame was just there to. I just kind of put the frame in there and then kind of removed the lines as needed to make it look like a window.
I know, but you said you moved the head.
No, I didn't.
Hey,
Well, I moved the head first, but that was before I even made the window.
You
Sorry,
did
my
make
head-
her-
my own mind's going to what it could look otherwise. Because the graphic design.
Her
Fair enough.
ears and beak look quite good.
Yeah, no, some of the parts I'm actually really really proud of, and I'm glad I. Anyway, I'm getting a little too stuck on myself here with this. Let's go ahead and move on to the other entries that we have. Of course, we have Chaos Sakai, who has made Commander something in Soul Calibur.
Wow.
Yep.
The hammer.
Don't make me drop the hammer.
Yep. I will give full credit. So ban hammer there. So congratulations, Commander something. You now have a ban hammer in Soul Calibur. And wings. Alright.
He was a late bloomer.
And we'll go ahead and show Deathlights real fast because Toakoi seems to have walked away from the system for a moment.
No, I'm still here.
Then you gotta get closer to your microphone. Anyway,
Yeah,
I'm
it's one-
dealing with other stuff, but that looks neat.
so this is also
It-
this is also from Deathlight.
Yeah. Me and some friends, we started a new campaign. We were just doing a couple of short, like, campaigns, I guess, anywhere from 4 to 5 sessions.
Ah, nice.
So I sat down one drunken evening. I'm like, I need to draw my character. And away we went. I seem to have, for some reason, hyper fixated on my character's hooves. I don't know.
And of course, finally, last but not least, we have Toakoi.
In my tags, I basically call this Lo-Fi Toa.
Nice. I like it.
Thank you. Ooh, you can actually see that, yes, I just did the background of like 2 clouds, and then I did, and most of this piece was just me drawing the foreground. The background was like experimenting with stuff, and then just, all right, there we go, and make clouds.
Yep. Don't knock the band hammer. Commander something will hit you with that band hammer.
I know you will.
Actually, I'm a little bit with you, Commander something though. The pose is a little weird. I like the band hammer though, but I don't know.
Okay, I can explain this.
Go ahead.
It was probably a, like using the hammer pose, like hitting it from over the top of the head.
Oh, maybe.
Mhm.
Okay.
That is my thing. I haven't seen Soul Calibur 6's,
It's looked like the tail's stretched out awkwardly to support his stance.
Gotta support the hammer, man.
Yeah.
It's all hammer game.
I mean, that tail isn't supporting his body. It's supporting his hammer swing. That's what that tail's for.
And also,
I
don't make
tail
those
because
jokes.
of it now.
Anyway, that is what we got for the entries. I did want to throw out here real fast before we go. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and get the picker wheel out here so everybody can start getting their entries in. So yes, as always, next we have a challenge for next week, and that challenge will be randomly pulled. So everybody gets one entry to put into the picker wheel. We'll put them all in, spin the wheel, and see what challenge comes up for next week's challenge. I did also want to bring up, for those who might have an interest, I did find out through a little bit of overhearing that Equestria Daily should be starting their newbie artist training ground in a little over a month. So,
Nice.
so for those that wanted a reason to either get started drawing, or maybe they wanted to have a reason to try something completely different for an entire month. Sorry, I'm just getting these in now. Database and spreadsheet. The power of circuit. I'm just shortening it a bit just to make sure I have time to get in here. But yes, for traps.
Ooh, rain clouds. Nice.
Rain clouds. Alright, but the one thing I decided I wanted to do for the artist training ground this week is I'm going to... I don't know if I'm going to try to do it in my Clip Studio Paint or if I'm going to get a different program, but I'm going to try doing it in like I'm painting something as opposed to doing a line drawing.
Wait, is it starting sometime this week, or is it starting at...
He's
start of
getting
next
confused
month?
again.
It's about a month and a change. It's probably going to be starting like near the beginning of June.
Okay.
So there's plenty of time for people to think of what they want to do and maybe get a little practice in before the actual artist training ground begins. But I did want to give a
Oh,
heads
that's
up
me.
since I found out early that it was happening.
Chaos Sakai says Band Dragon. Ooh, that would
Ban
be a fun one.
dragon. Jeez, that was a typo. Question: I hear a rumor is coming back. Nope, that's not. It's rumor. It's speculation. That's not happening, Judd.
Yeah, no.
Gen 4 is definitely not coming back. The closest you're going to see is maybe references in other material. But
The only instance Gen 4 is coming back is the Retail Tale comics.
essentially, yes.
Classic Tales Retold.
Well, there's that, and there's also the anniversary issue that's supposed to be coming out. It may have Generation 4 in there as well.
Yeah, the comics, and the only other thing is we might get a little bit more of the Twilight hologram, but I'm pretty sure it's just going to finish off a message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty.
As much as we all enjoy G4, most of us have moved on saying G5's not bad and we're enjoying it.
Well, that, and in all honesty, it's less G5 is not bad and I'm enjoying it. It's more, I'd rather Hasbro just let G4 be and not try to bring it back from the dead because that can't end well.
They
Let's hope they don't get
pony
desperate.
lifed it. We don't need
Yes.
another pony life to it.
No,
Actually, Pony Life isn't all that bad. Pony Life wasn't all that bad, but yeah, I'd rather not get a sequel and hope that it doesn't end up being even worse somehow.
If they do another pony life, they need to actually stay true to who the characters are.
Yeah, so
yeah, if you
it's,
looked at the spoilers.
let's just leave it alone. Let's go ahead and spin a wheel instead.
Oh, also, as someone who's lived through some reboots of stuff he loves dearly, it was better when they did their own thing. Yes, I win!
So, by the power of Circuit. I hope everybody's ready for that, because I am not.
By the power of Circuit Man.
But we also, if you don't want to deal with that, we also have the Protest Initiative Challenge.
Yes, the Protest Initiative Challenge this week is... ladder back chair.
Ooh, that's fun.
Okay.
Leather back chair.
No,
Ladder.
a ladder back chair.
It took me a second. I did figure
What
that out,
the?
though.
Okay,
Never
I'm
heard that.
gonna need to find an image for that.
Okay, hang on, I got
You
you.
mean a chair with
Well,
a ladder
it's-
on the back of it?
No, or kind of a bit.
Hold
Hang on.
I got the Amazon link. Thank you, Circuit.
Yeah, what Circuit's got? Ladder back
Oh.
chairs.
Yep.
Did I spend the past 5 minutes just trying to find a weird furniture item that was weirdly specific? Yes.
Does it work? Yes.
Be lucky, I almost chose the Baxton Studio Jennifer Modern lounge chair with fabric seat gray.
No. I think we're good here.
Cole, are you looking to redecorate your house again?
No,